All right, guys. Cody and John here. Welcome to our version of the compensation plan training. And we thought we would just shoot a quick video because I know a lot of people come in and the first thing you want to do is try to figure out the comp plan. And there's a lot that goes with that. I know I did the same thing. And I swear, I think I'm a pretty intelligent person, but I could, every comp plan you come into, unless you're a seasoned network marketer, it's like really hard to understand what's going on. You're reading it, you're trying to figure it all out. I learned something a long time ago as I have been in several different companies that the best way to learn a comp plan is to just go to work. And then when your check depends on it, you'll figure it out. And it's that seems to work way better because I see a lot of people, they come in and they get stuck because they try to fully understand a comp plan before it even matters. They haven't put any volume on the board or anything. I stopped doing that, and I just all right, just go to work, get some volume going. And it's amazing how the comp plan will just come to you as you actually have things happening and things going on. So my first word of advice is we're going to go through it here. And you may or may not understand it when we're done. It may take you playing this 2 or 3 times to get it. But if you don't get it and you haven't produced volume yet, don't get stuck on it. Just go to work. And the comp plan will make a lot of sense. It actually, it's easy once you understand it, but until you understand it, it might as well be a completely different language. Is that right, Cody?
Yeah. And hey, welcome everybody. Stoked to be on the Team Prosper call with you guys. I always find these as valuable as it is for maybe you guys watching. I get a lot out of it myself. I know John does too. So we enjoy this. We have fun with it. We always say if we stop having fun, then we're not going to do them. So this is fun for us. And we are just hoping to create some synergy and simplicity and understand, comp plans work really well. Doesn't matter what compensation plan. You can show me any compensation plan in the industry of direct sales and network marketing, and I'll have one statement that I know is absolutely true every single time. Every single compensation plan works really well when you run volume through it.
Yeah.
They all work.
Yeah.
Some do a little better at the beginning, some do better in the middle, some do better at the end. And to understand this compensation plan, I like it because Youngevity really has the money in the beginning for the new person starting out. And it's got great money in the middle for people as they're starting to develop and transition from part-time to full-time. And then for the full-timers on the back end, which is the residual income and the money we make off of reoccurring orders, auto ships. That is very, very, very healthy on the back end when it comes to this compensation plan. So with that being said, you can get caught up on details and this and that and yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, like John says, get to work. You start to understand compensation plans and you start to build as you start to grow, as you start to produce volume. And I believe that a lot of times people get ready to get ready. They keep getting ready to get ready. I personally feel fortunate. I'm the type of person, my mindset's like this. Oh, is that a Ferrari? Give me the keys. I hop in, I start the car, womp, womp. I'm in 5th gear, hitting 100 miles an hour on the freeway before I've even thought about, is the engine in the front? Is the engine in the back? And then there's other people who like to look under the hood. They want to see the engine. They want to understand why the gas goes there, and then it creates power and then fast speed and blah, blah, blah. And, people will spend a lot. Some people want to know everything before they'll just get in the car and start driving it, okay? So I would say that analogy for me and the way my mindset works in this industry has always been very well. Because I know that if I just go to work and I start recruiting and I start running numbers then the compensation plan is going to start to make sense to me. And with Youngevity, we have this thing called a holding tank. Okay, we have this period where we don't have to make any hard decisions. Or if you start the beginning of the month, you don't have to worry about anything till the end of the month. Okay, if you start on the 15th of the month, you don't need to worry about anything till the first of the month, at the close of the month, because then you get to quarterback all your sales and everything that you've personally produced at the end. So you don't need to sit here and go, oh my gosh, how does this work? And where do I put this person? Do I put him there? Do I put him here? It all just goes on your front line. So I always say, go out, make a mess. Make a mess on the front line. Start recruiting. Start producing numbers. And then you can work the structure at the end. So I'm going to hand it back to you, John. That's kind of my philosophy on compensation plans. Just don't get ready to get ready. Start recruiting. Start exposing the business, start running numbers, start signing people up, and guess what happens? Then you have a compensation plan to start to figure out with real numbers.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. And you may be watching this video thinking about joining Youngevity and analyzing the comp plan. One thing I would say to that is that, number one, it is a rich comp plan. It's made several millionaires. But the biggest thing you need to realize is that this company's been around for 15 years, and this is not a new thing. So I have actually experienced comp plans that were way too good, that paid out too much, and which subsequently ended up, hurting the company. The company went under, et cetera, et cetera. So you can study this comp plan. You may, I think you'll see that it's got a whole lot here for you as you're evaluating it, but that's just a word of caution there. Now there's a PDF that we're going to include the link on the page here. You want to keep this PDF handy because you can refer to it. I pull it up every now and again when I have a question about the comp plan. So I'm going to switch my screen to that PDF right now so we can go over this together. Tell me if you see that okay, Cody. You guys see that?
Yeah, I'm on mute. I'm on mute, but it looks good, John.
All right, cool. So I've got it zoomed in a little bit here, and it starts down here with a JIMD. These are just names that give different ranks, okay? And I'm going to simplify this for you as best I can. And I'm going to simplify this by basically, I'm going to skip over everything right to SEMD. Now, why would I do that? Why are you skipping all these? Because the ones before it will come apparent to you as we discuss SEMD. The one thing you need to understand about the Youngevity comp plan is that the SEMD position is what everything is kind of built off of. And it should be your first goal. Not that you're going to hit it, your first month. A lot of people do hit SEMD their first month. But we're going to talk about SEMD. And there's two pieces when you talk about qualifying with Youngevity that you need to keep in mind. There's only two pieces you have to worry about. One is volume, and the other is called structure. Volume and structure, that's all you need to worry about. So looking at the SEMD, there are two parts of volume. One is your personal volume, and the second is your group volume. So the personal volume here is 250. So you got to have 250 personal volume. That means volume that you place through your position. Usually it's your auto ship order, whatever. Doesn't have to be auto ship, by the way. You just got to have 250, what they call PV, personal volume. And then you have to have 5,400 in group volume in your first three levels. So that's really just everybody in your first three levels combined to be at least 5,400. So there's your volume piece. So if you have these two pieces.
Understand this. I just want to interact, John.
Yeah.
It's very important for the new person starting out. Some of this might be confusing. Levels, this, that, and the other. You'll figure that out as you go. But the 5,400 in volume can be derived from customers and or distributor volume.
Definitely, yes.
Culmination.
Yep.
Volume. So I just want to kind of point that out. That's all.
Yeah, for sure. So that's a good point. It's basically everything that happens in your organization. When in the beginning, and for a while, the majority of your volume will be in your first 3 levels.
And just for everybody real quick, you know, John, when I see some vocabulary pop up that I think the new person might want to know real fast, let's just explain what a level is real quick, okay?
Sure.
So if I bring John in, okay? And here I am up here. Okay, there's Cody. I sign John up. I sign up Sarah. And I sign up Tom. Okay? Each one of those is my level 1. Okay? Now, if John signs up Ted signs up Harry. That's Ted's on 2, Harry's on level 3. Okay? Anything Harry does on his front line, anything that Ted does on his front line, boom, that's my 3 levels. 3 levels is I sponsor John, John sponsors Ted, Ted sponsors Harry. That goes 1, 2, 3. Same thing with Sarah. 1, 2, 3. Tom, 1, 2, 3. Anything that they do in their first 3 levels, and that is what constitutes a level. So if Harry signed up somebody, Joe, that would be now level 4 and beyond. So anything in your first 3 levels equaling 5,400 in total volume. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know if can you see my new screen here, Cody?
Oh, there we go. Nice. Yeah.
Okay, so
explained it right there. Sorry, buddy.
No, it's cool. And this is you that up here trying to hit SCMD. And then they have you to basically, we're moving on. We've already talked about your volume, the structure. Structure has to be made up of distributors. It can't be customers. So just bear that in mind. It has to be distributors. And we have, all you need is 3 people, 3 RMDs. And I'm going to talk about what an RMD is. Well, why don't we go ahead and talk about it? And I'm going to erase that. And we're just going to say 150. Okay. You have to have 3 people with 150 volume, their personal volume be 150. Okay. But those 3 people also have to have 3 IMDs or 3 people with 50. I don't know if you can see that. Let me make that a little more clear. 50. So that's your structure. It's 3 people with 150 and each of those people having 50. Now, like Cody said before, you have a holding tank, you're going to work, you're signing all these people up. You know, you can leave these people on your front line, I believe, for 60 days total. So, I mean, if you're trying to hit the qualification at the end of the month, you can go ahead and move them, or you can leave them there for another 30 days. You have a total of 60 days to move those people into place to hit whatever rank you're trying to hit.
And something to keep in mind here too, okay? We're talking about structure, okay? So this RMD, those 3 RMDs are basically means to be an RMD, you have to have 150 personal points, okay? Now that RMD could have 500 points. They could have 1,000 points. It's just a minimal of 150. The word structure, when we say the word structure, that means distributor structure. So that doesn't mean customers, okay? So of the $5,400 you need to create within your first 3 levels, structurally, you must have at least 3 RMDs and 9 IMDs, okay? Now, you can personally put those there yourself. Let's say you go crazy, make a mess, okay? And let's say you sign up 12 people personally, okay? Now, your people are new. They haven't started to sign up people yet. They're still waiting for their product, but you come out of the gate, boom, going crazy. You literally can place the IMDs underneath those RMDs. You actually can be the enroller and sponsor of all the entire structure. So you don't have to wait for people to go to work or start to duplicate before you can accomplish this structure. But that's the minimal structure. And if you add up the minimal structure, 3 RMDs with a minimal of 150 points. You have to have 150 points to be an RMD. And then the IMDs have to have a minimal of 50 points, okay? But they can have more. All of them can have beyond those numbers. That's the minimal, okay? Because you can't be an IMD unless you have at least 50 points. So at the end of the day, structure means distributor volume. Each one of those circles you see right there means people spent the $25 to become a distributor. And that's important because if those were customers and they didn't spend the $25, then that volume would still count towards the 5,400, but it'd have nothing to do with your structure volume. Back to you, John. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, totally. And I will just make this comment that this is a basic training. We will have other more advanced compensation plan trainings, but we wanted to get one out of the basics, and the basics can take you. There's still a couple things that I'm kind of clueless on with the comp plan, to be honest with you. And you've been in the business for 2 years, and some of the coding mess I still baffles me. So we'll do some other trainings on that. But once you understand SEMD, so that's your first goal, you hit that. In getting to that point, you're going to earn quite a bit of money, what they call fast starts, when you make sales along the way. And that's where a bulk of your money will be in the beginning. And it's typically around 30%, or I believe it is 30%. And if you earn a fast start, that 30% bonus, when a new person comes in, anything they order within the first 30 days, right, Cody? When they come in, it's 30 days, or is it 60? I think it's 30. I believe it's 30. Within the 30 days, so they can place an order with you as a preferred customer or as a distributor, and you're going to get 30% of that order. And then they may turn around 15, 20 days later, order some more, and you'll also get that fast start bonus. So there's a fast start bonus, but then there's the money you get from hitting the rank. And the way that's calculated, I'm going to switch back over to the other screen so you can see that. Okay.
I'm glad you're going back here. And everybody see me with this thing and my neck. I have my neck's out. I slept weird on it last night, so I'm sitting here. So just so you know why I'm doing that. Here's the thing. The reason why John wanted to talk about SEMD, because that's kind of where life happens. I had a good friend of mine say, Cody, you get most of the cookies in the cookie jar in the Youngevity compensation plan by hitting the rank of SEMD. And I said, what do you mean by that? He goes, well, take a look. And if you look at those levels on SEMD, 8%, 8%, 7%, 6%, 6%, 8%, 2%, 2%, 2%. Now, go look at the next ranks over. 8, 8, 7, 6, 6, 8, 2, 2, 2, 2. 8, 8, 7, 6, 6, 8, 6, 2, 2. So you see as you rank advance, you get an increase on that. I think it's the 7th level, you get 6% instead of 2%. But other than that, it doesn't change. I mean, basically, you earn through this compensation plan almost the exact same as somebody in the top rank when it comes to the back end portion of this, the residual income, the reoccurring orders. So John talked about fast start, but these 8, 8, 7, 6, 6, 8, 2, 2, 2, 2, you earn that when people go past the 30 days. So anybody who orders after 30 days, this is what you make on them based on whatever level they show up in your organization.
Yeah, totally. So when you're looking at this screen, you can see that. And that's really interesting fact, because some of the top earners in the company qualify as SEMD each month, and their check wouldn't change much greatly, really. If they were to try to push for other ranks. Now, you could call that a weakness in the comp plan, but I don't think I look at it as a strength, actually, that you really don't have to feel like you have to, go senior vice chair to hit real money. I mean, there are people some of the top earners in the company that, like I said, they hit SEMD and they're happy as they can be. Now, let's talk about, okay, there's one other piece to this. There is a $300 bonus that you earn when you have enrolled 12 personally enrolled people. 12 personally enrolled people in that month. So you get a $300 bonus. So a lot of people have.
Explain that, John. You want to be specific.
Okay. So that means that you brought in 12 distributors.
And that means 12 people who paid $25.
Yep. And that is great. And a lot of people can do that. A lot of people can't sustain bringing in 12 people every single month unless they have a system. And that's what a lot of our online marketing training is around, and the tools that we're giving you guys so that you can consistently bring in 12 new people every month. But let's jump to the next level. Let's say you have your SEMD is good and you're working with, at this point, probably more than 3 or 4, 5 RMDs under you to try to help them get to SEMD. What happens? What's your next incentive really is to help 3 other people hit SEMD themselves. And which is great. We already talked about that your numbers in terms of residual income they don't change at all. It doesn't change at all. But when you help 3 people hit SEMD, you are looking at most likely qualifying for VPMD, which is vice presidential, where that 12 person personally enrolled, that goes away. You don't have to do that. You just got to have 3 SEMDs and you're guaranteed that extra 600. Okay. And then at that point, you can see here on the screen, 5,000 in stock options. You do have to hit VP 3 months in a row to get those, but the $600 car bonus, now things are really cooking for you. I'm going to switch back to the other screen so we can just show you what that is. And again, it's all based around SEMDs. So if we come back here, now I'm going to change the wording here to VP. And these are going to be SEMDs here. So now we're just helping 3 people get to SEMD, just like you did. You replicate what you're doing. You're using the tools and the systems we're providing. I'm not going to bother. Well, I should. It's going to take me a minute, though. These are RMDs. Okay. Now, in my experience, by the time you have 3 SEMDs going, the volume portion, which is 7,500, is not something you have to worry about. That you're going to have that pretty much and not have to worry about the volume so much because you've been building for a little bit here.
You're gonna have to change the top left side to where it says SEMD and the volume requirements.
Okay, I'll do that right now. So we got VP now.
And while John's changing that, I'm just going to hop in here and let you guys know that this compensation plan is, I'm going to touch on something. I'm going to talk about chase and rank opposed to just making money. Okay. That's going to be at the end here. We're going to talk about how to get, how to bang out ranks and pop through this compensation plan. But chase and ranks, jackets and stock isn't always the most profitable thing to do in this compensation plan. You don't have to do that to make a lot of money. And this is one of the only compensation plans in the industry, if not the only one, that you can get absolutely wealthy if you just have one team take off and go to China. Most compensation plans, you got to do some crazy balance act to be able to earn through that one team. And you get cut off, and it's horrible. I've seen so many people come into this industry and they bring in a good person who brings in a good person who brings in a phenomenal person, and boom, 100,000, 200,000 or beyond leg that just takes off, and they don't ever earn anything off of it unless they go and build 2 other teams significantly. In this compensation plan, we literally can make so much money off of one leg, and that goes back to that SEMD where I showed you all those back-end percentages. They're almost the exact same as if you're in the top rank. So I'm going to stop there and hand it back to you, John. But this whole compensation plan is based on, if you want to rank advance, how many SEMDs can you get? So notice the first thing we showed you was how to become an SEMD. Well, now we're showing you how to rank, get your next rank, which is just now help your people become SEMD. The more people you personally enroll that you help become SEMD, the faster you rank advance through this compensation plan. To get to the second to the top position, it's 9 SEMDs. So there's a pattern here. You're going to keep seeing, oh, I want to go to another rank. Now I need 5 SEMDs. Oh, I want to go to the next rank. I need 6 SEMDs. Oh, I want to go to the rank after that. I need 9 SEMDs. So it's all about SEMDs and this basic first structure that we showed you. And you just duplicate that. So John's going to now explain, how do I go from SEMD to VP?
Okay, yeah. So on the screen, you can see here that we have the VP and just 3 SEMDs. It's really that simple. You just have 3 of them. And they actually do not have to be on your front line, but you have to have 3 SEMDs, 3 separate SEMDs. Like, in other words, you could have, one of your SEMDs could be on your 2nd or 3rd level and it'll be fine. You just got to have 3 of them. That's it. It can't.
And when we say separate teams, okay?
Or legs or teams, yeah.
Legs or teams. So let me explain what that is. Each person is a new team. So if you had 20 people personally enrolled and sponsored on your front line, because you personally enrolled them, that would essentially be 20 teams. If all 20 of those people took off and duplicated and built out a team, you just need an SEMD in each, one, basically. So each person you personally enroll that you leave on your front line essentially is a team, right? And you only need so many, so that's why you start to place people down underneath to fill holes structurally so you can help other people become SEMD. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about the VP. I'm going to switch back over to the comp plan PDF and we'll continue. But at this point, you've got the nuts and bolts. Let me zoom out here so you can see everything. So really, you hit VP and then you got 3 SEMDs, you move up to 5. Like I said before, when you really don't even have to worry about the volume so much at this point. It's more structure, making sure you're helping the people get SEMDs. Now, I will take a quick shout out to Michelle Van Etten, who helped me when I came in. I was completely clueless on the comp plan. She's like the comp plan queen. And we went through this and we had so many orders from the online efforts that I was doing that we were able to hit the top rank at the time in 22 days. Would have never been able to do that without her help.
Yeah, but you know why he did do it though, John? Why you did do it and why you were successful is because of the fact that you went out and made a mess, bro.
Oh, I made a mess.
You found out there was a holding tank and you went boom and just filled up your line like crazy. So once you get on the phone with Michelle, it was just a matter of quarterbacking all your work properly where you needed it to go. And
trust me, guys. Like I said before.
But you didn't know the comp plan.
I was clueless. Absolutely clueless.
I'll never forget when I met you, man. This is hilarious. Because I talked to you, and then the next day you got on the phone with Michelle, and she really helped straighten you out because I have my strengths and my weaknesses, and anybody knows, massive details is not Cody's strength. Okay, meticulous, slow. Even when I try to help my kid read, I end up saying the word for him. He doesn't get it quick enough. It's not a strong point of mine, training details. Here's the thing. John went out and made a mess. He didn't know a comp plan. He understood that he got 30% off his fast starts. He understood that there was a holding tank. And he understood he really didn't need to worry about it until he got through his first 30 days, till he got to that end of that calendar month. And it was time to make a decision. Do I want to rank advance? What do I got to piece together? Got on the phone with Michelle. Michelle showed him exactly what to do. Boom. John hit top position in the first 21 days. Now, I can tell you that is a unique story. All results vary, okay? John's results are not going to be your results. John's results were not my results. Michelle's results were not my results, vice versa. This is an equal opportunity, but John's results are not typical, okay? And it's important to say that within responsibility when we're talking about making money in compensation plans, because we don't want to create this little thing called false hope, okay? And we also want to do something a little bit different than what most people do. Most people want to hype it up and try to act like this industry is the easiest thing in the world. Make a list of your friends and family and get rich. Nothing could be further from the truth. You absolutely have to develop yourself. You have to, personal development, seriously, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially. That's the 5 pillars of health, you know? If you're out of whack on 2 and you only got 3, you're not completely balanced and healthy. I can tell you this right now. This industry is beautiful because you get a chance to work on all of those things as you develop. And guess what your reward is? It's like a personal development course with a compensation plan attached, right? So if you wake up with the right mindset, every single day is yesterday's ceiling. You know what I mean? Every single day you can become more than you were the day before. Every single day you can wake up and say, you know what? I only showed this business to 5 people yesterday and I signed up 1. Today I'm going to show it to 10 and let's see if I sign up 2. My goal is to sign up 10 people this week. Last week I signed up 2 people. I only showed the business to 25 people. Okay, I'm going to show it to 250 people this week because then I should sign up 10 people. This is nothing but a game of math and consistency and recruit. Because when you talk to enough people and you start to build your business and you start to fill up that holding tank, something magical happens. You run into a John. You run into a Michelle. You run into a Cody. You might get lucky and run into a Keith, right? You never know who's going to come to your business and explode it. But I can tell you this right now. You'll never, ever get to that person if you don't start running numbers. And this compensation plan is very, very, very rewarding. It's one of the only compensation plans that you can go and apply yourself, go to work, and have one team take off, and you can earn so well through that team just by literally having a couple little stubs to offset that team. It's crazy. It's a total of 300 points in each of your other teams to be able to earn through all that back end that we showed you on the SCMD. Guys, this is a compensation plan to where you can start to rank advance and earn jackets, and you can earn car bonuses, and you can earn fancy rings, and you can earn stock options, which, by the way, you have to purchase, okay? It's not free stock. You have to buy it, but it's cool because you lock it in at the price as when you made that rank, okay? But guys, that's great. I always say wide for show, deep for dough, okay? So if you want to show up at convention, let me get my little happy convention person. Here we go. You want to show up with convention with a new jacket? Nice jacket, Cody. All right, there's my jacket. Horrible. But if you want to show up with a new yellow jacket or a red jacket or a green jacket, you get these when you rank advance, okay? As you look through this compensation plan, they start to kick things in. Now, I can tell you that doesn't mean that somebody who is sitting at SCMD, there's people in this company making more money at SCMD than people who are at the top rank in this company or the second to the top rank. Why? because there's recognition, but the way those levels work, that's why the comp plan is so unique, because you can absolutely earn so much money just by making sure one team takes off, okay? So if you spend your whole life making sure one team takes off, this company makes sure you're taken care of. No other company industry allows you to do that. The goof is that people will start chasing rank, and they'll spread themselves thin for the sake of a new colored jacket and some recognition. When a lot of times, if they would have taken their effort, so if you sign up 20 people, you can keep them all to yourself on your front line, or you can identify your top 3 people out of that 20, and then you've got 17 people now to start helping leverage underneath your other people. You start helping your people get momentum. Start helping your people get to SEMD. Start helping your people get structure. And what happens is, if just one team takes off and you're SEMD, you can do very, very well financially. Very well. And when I say very well, I mean, I guess that's relative, okay? But I come from the mindset that an extra $500 a month can save people's lives. An extra $200 a month is a car payment for some people. You know, what's your number? Because I can tell you, we all manage different zeros. $10,000 can feel like $100, okay? It just depends on where you're at in life. So if it's about money for you, it's about you. Rank advancing doesn't mean more money necessarily. If it's about making sure that you secure something long-term and you build something that's going to really take off and synergize your efforts with your other people's efforts, you might want to stick around the SEMD level for a while until you get a team to really take off. Because if you're going beyond that, it's really for show. It's not for more dough, right? And I got to tell you, rank, recognition, pretty jackets, and stock options are awesome, okay? It's great, but it doesn't mean you're going to make more money. And I love this comp plan because you literally could come in and say, forget SEMD, forget structure, forget rank advancement. I just want to figure out how to make $500 in my first 30 days, okay? How can I do that? Do I have to become SEMD? Do I have to go out and get other distributors? The answer is no. You literally could come in here and just focus on that 30% fast start. And you could go out and just start collecting retail customers. A lot of people love the Healthy Start Pack. Our company's called Youngevity, 90 for life. What does 90 for life mean? 90 essential vitamins and nutrients we're not getting from the soil, right? That's what 90 for life's all about. Get your 90, okay? And the Healthy Start Pack allows people to do that. Well, something's pretty cool when you come in on a Healthy Start Pack. You get a 30-day supply, okay? You get your Healthy Start Pack. It's around 100, I think, don't quote me, $25 or so. John will come back. I think it's a little bit more than that, depending on which one you get. But you get your Healthy Start Pack. John, Healthy Start Pack is how much?
I want to say it's around 130, 140, something like that.
Okay, so let's say 135. Okay, so you get a Healthy Start Pack for yourself. Okay, you come in the business, you become a distributor. So you spend your $25 and your $135, get a Healthy Start Pack. Okay, so you know we're in for a couple $100. We're a distributor, we get a Healthy Start Pack. Actually, way less than $200. Now you come in here. Now, if you go out and say, forget trying to sell the business, I don't want to go out and try to beat up people about becoming a distributor, but I want to make some money. So I'm just going to go focus on customers. I'm going to focus on the Healthy Start Pack and making sure people can get their 90 for life. Okay? Dead doctors don't lie. Brilliant, brilliant message. Anybody who listens to that message typically wants to get a Healthy Start Pack. So we say, get your Healthy Start Pack, come in for $25, become a distributor. Okay? This is a great way to get going without worrying about rank advancement and structure and all these things. And it'll build a really healthy business. We find a lot of times about 25 to 40% of everybody that we get on this product wants to get on auto ship. They want to keep reordering, okay? And so when you know that, you can say, hey, listen, every 10 people I get on a healthy start pack, 3 or 4, maybe 5 of them are going to reorder next month. And I'm starting to build residual income, but I'm also getting after that fast start. Well, for easy math, if you do 10 healthy start packs in your first 30 days, that's going to be 1,000 points PV, which means paid volume. Okay. So what's 30% of 1,000? $300. Okay. So you made $300 for getting 10 people on a healthy start pack as customers. You're not worried about rank advancement. You're not worried about colored jackets and blah, 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 all this stuff. You're simply just saying, hey, I'm going to get 10 people on a healthy start pack. This is a great way to kick your business off and keep it simple, okay? You're not getting into confusing language like residual income and levels and structure and all these things we just threw at you. It takes a while to get acclimated to it. It really, really does. And the best way to get acclimated to it, as we said, just start running volume. Okay. Now, this is a great approach because is it easier to sell a customer than it is a distributor? I can tell you, yes, it is. Because most people don't even know if they want to build a business until they taste the product. It's real. It's tangible. It's something they can believe in. You know what I mean? Something they're going to want to take. Then they maybe want to start telling people about it.
Yeah.
So you come in, you get 10 people on a healthy start pack. That's 1,000 points in PV. You earn $300. Okay, I can tell you right now, you've now gotten your product for free, more than free, and your business is now covered. Now, here's something else that's cool that happens. Every time you get 3 people, customers on a healthy start pack, you get a free one, okay? So a free one's worth we're just going to say $135, okay? Times 3, 16, carry 1, 9, 10, 1. So there's another $205 for $505. So you can make $505 in your first 30 days just by getting 10 people on a healthy start pack, because every 3 people you get on a healthy start pack, you get 1 for free. It's called 3 and yours is free. So this is great because this program also works for your customers. What do you know? Little Susie goes out and tells 3 people. Now she's getting her product for free. You don't even have to be a distributor to get your 3 and yours is free. You can build a massive residual income and predictable business just off of customers. No colored jackets, no fireworks, no rank, no blah, 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 just focused on customers. And I think it's a smart way to build business personally. It lets you get acclimated with the whole process. Starting to sell it's just one of those things, 97% of people don't ever do anything in this business anyways. Okay. That's a fact. 97% of people will never do anything. Okay. But customers are great because we're in a society now to where, hey, you send 3 people to Verizon, you're going to get a month. So many people are used to, hey, get 3 or referral this, and you're going to get a discount for that. And our society is really accustomed to that now, right? So just focusing on customers can be a very safe, simple, smart way to kick your business off. And then you're not even worried about the compensation plan. You're not worried about all that stuff because customers are going to all be on your first level, which means you're getting 8% on their reorder every single month, and you're getting 30% on their fast start.
Yeah, so, I got to interject on this topic because I didn't know we were going to get into this, but here's the thing, guys. We started doing this team thing primarily because I figured out that I could really teach online marketing and the stuff that I was doing to other people. And we could teach it and we could replicate it.
Yep.
Now, you touched on something. The secret is this. You use your fast start money to fund your online marketing. It's that simple. Use your fast start money to fund it. And the average order ends up being around $140, $150, which means you have $30 to play with to get a sale. Facebook marketing, online blogging, using the tools that we're using. That's how you do it. Everybody wants to know, John, how did you do it in 21 days? You take your fast start money, you pump it right back in to fund your marketing. Okay? And we're going to show you how to do that. We show you how to do this inside the team area with the tools that we have. Now, on that, inside the team area, we've opened up and allowed people to use the exact same e-commerce platform that I personally use.
Same way I use.
So that's, if you were to spend your marketing dollars, send them to your replicated site, you'd be wasting your money because the conversion rate is so low. So we show you how to have a system, take your marketing dollars. You're using exactly the same thing I use daily. With the advent of, when I first came in, I was doing a lot of paid advertising. It has gotten ridiculous in certain channels. Facebook and blogging now make up well over half of my traffic to my site. That is something everybody in the company can jump into, and we would not be stepping on each other one bit. There's millions of ways to target different people on Facebook.
And that's going to be a lot of the trainings, you already see things start to come, but that's where we're getting through these basics so we can bring everybody to the most coveted step, which is step 3, marketing and advertising.
Right.
So I always say, and once again, it's a good time to remind everybody, especially you listen to this for the first time, 3-step system. Step 1, give people the information. Step 2, pick your product. Pick your pack. Got to try it. It's got to be real. Got to be tangible. Something touch, smell, believe it. Got to take step 2, whether you're a customer or a distributor. Step 3, the step I can't believe anybody gets to do. I cannot believe when somebody spends $25 and becomes a distributor and joins our team, they can start rubbing shoulders with consistent 4, 5, 6, 7 figure earners that are industry professionals that have been doing this for 10, 20, Keith Hall's almost 30 years, okay? We've got the best of the best within this organization and within this team. We believe in high tech. We believe in high touch, okay? Why? Because what we're doing right now, this is called high touch. Yes, we're using technology, but this is high touch. You're in my living room right now. If I take this away, boom. All right, there's my kids. Right there, there's Raleigh and Marley. See? You'll never, ever replace humans interacting and taking time to get to know each other and have high touch. It's been working since the dawn of time,
Cody, I think I lost you there, buddy. I'll just pick up where I lost you there. Are you back?
I'm here.
Okay, cool. No, you're absolutely right. It's not all about online. It's just one way to do it. There's a million ways to do it.
The internet is an amazing tool. It sifts and sorts, right? It's a sifting and sorting massive machine. But without humans and families and kids that we work for, and whys and determination and spending time to feel people's passion. You know what I mean? I woke up today excited to start my day, excited to hop on and do this Zoom with John. You know what I mean? And nobody having to wake me up and get me going. I'm waking up going, holy cow, woo, let's bust it. Let's make it rain. Let's go out and make a difference and continue to push forward for all the good reasons. You know, you got to understand that we all have these limitations, and it's time, it's money, it's support from friends and family. It's lack of knowledge, lack of self-esteem. Okay. These are all very important pieces that if you embrace this industry and you really get outside of yourself and you jump off that cliff of life and take a risk, I'm telling you, man, you are going to hit your head. You're going to maybe hit a couple cliff bands and get some scrapes and bruises. But I promise you, your parachute will open. But you got to jump. And we want you to jump smartly, because a motivated idiot's still a motivated idiot. Right?
Hey, don't talk to me like that.
Yeah, hey, nobody sprinted with their head against the wall longer than me. I promise you. And we'll get into my donut holing and just how my first decade in this industry went. I was my own worst enemy. I was the reason why I didn't have success. And I was able to get through that. And it was just because at a certain point in time, I decided that, you know what, I don't have a back door. I didn't leave myself any kind of back door. I respect the part-time entrepreneur like you have no idea. I respect the person who is holding down a job, maybe 2 jobs. They've got a couple kids. They've got huge whys. And they're willing to get outside of their comfort zone and try something different. And that energy is precious. When you've actually decided, you know what, I'm going to take a chance on me. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to get outside of myself. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to start thinking that maybe I don't know everything. I'm going to open myself up. I'm going to become a student and see what the heck happens to my life. And I made that decision. John made that decision. Keith Halls made that decision. Michelle Van Etten made that decision. Chris Sanchez made that decision. Frankie Poli made that decision. Wendy Matthews made that decision. Okay. I can just keep going on and on and on. We are excited to have you guys. We are so excited that every single person on this team, you make us better. We love feedback. Anything that we can do to help you guys get your hands around this thing called life and being an entrepreneur and being self-motivated and a self-starter, anything, specific trainings, more details on comp, whatever. We want to hear from you. We love it. We want to hear your feedback because John and I have a lot of fun doing these things. And we'll hop on and do anything if it makes sense and there's a need for it out there in the field. So Team Prosper, baby. Let's go out and break some records. Let's get uncomfortable. And, you know, if you haven't done it yet, let's get after that first $500. Go out and get 10 people on a healthy start pack. You know, get that $300 fast start. Get those 3 free healthy start packs so you can go out and resell them or use them for yourself. You know, $200, $300, $500. We know that those are the numbers that change people's lives. That's a half a mortgage. That's a car payment. Okay. That's a lot of things. And our goal is to give you the tools to get after that the quickest. There is no guarantee you're going to have any kind of success whatsoever. Our results are not typical. I can tell you that right now. And it's important to always let people know that you're going to have to work and you're going to have to apply yourself. And you are, depending on where you're starting in life, you're going to have to embrace the fact that, you know what, this is sales. There's a process, there's a system to why people become successful in this industry. And right now, what you're listening to right now is just the tip of the iceberg, but it's a start. It's a start. And you got to start somewhere, right, John? John's always told me, Cody, ready, fire, aim, baby. You know, let's get out.
I hope that this comp plan training was useful, and that you guys get a lot out of it. If you're on the team and you have more questions, please post them in the Facebook group. If you're not on the team or you are just checking out the company, we hope you join us. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing everybody else in the next video.
Keep shooting for the stars. We love you guys. Thank you.